Record. Um, and hello, thanks ladies for being here. It's good to see y'all. I have a special, well, I'll wait just a little bit longer and see who else pops on. Um, but just a special treat that I want to do for those that are on tonight. But I'm going to go right to my PowerPoint and find you again. There we go. Share my screen. And here we go. Hi, Laura. Hi, Liddell and Brent. Okay. Okay. A reminder for July. I want to shout out so far, we've got Lori and Dean Alvarud registered, Christy Spaniel, Crystal Sale, Laura, Kristen Storm, Sheila, Jen Dykstra, Jen Pensinger, Jean Reed, and Joyce Wood registered. I cannot emphasize enough, if you are not registered yet, do it before you go to bed tonight, because what I'm hearing is that instead of a product being launched and then us trying to like yabba dabba do it and catch up to the information and learning about it and all the things when it launches, it sounds like they're going to tickle us and talk about it on July 20th, so that between now and when it hard launches, we can be learning about it, we can be getting ready for it, we can be preparing for it. So that's exciting, and that makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm very excited about this. And again, Sean Post said this morning in our leadership Zoom, like this is something that could cause businesses to double, but it's not going to double for people that are not doing the work, right? It's going to work for people that are putting themselves out there, laying a foundation and doing the work. And what that looks like, we're going to talk about that. But again, this is probably, I don't know the times yet, but it's probably going to be a few hours of your life, right? It's probably going to be a 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. kind of thing, like it normally is, maybe even shorter. Two speakers and corporate. It might even be shorter than that, right? So we've got Brandon Cunningham. He always packs a punch. And then Daniel Song, who we get to hear from next week. I'm going to give you that date that he's going to be speaking to those of you that have done the ITT challenge. So I cannot wait to hear from these two. Um, Another thing I want you to keep in mind that we were told for you to keep at the forefront of your mind is to not forget about the tracks that are taking place, right? There are 3 tracks where you can be earning prizes and gifts and all the things. On the Monday morning call this morning, Stu that he and his daughter Erin are going across seas to Italy for a wedding. How dreamy. And her flight is pretty much paid for because of the tracks that she earned, right? And she earned those tracks by sharing her story and being very authentic and vulnerable with her cancer journey, right? So I wanted to remind you of those. It's enrolling. And this is going, I know it says June, but I'm being told now that the thought process for the company is for this to go through the end of the year. Okay. So that gives you the ability to earn a lot of stuff. So the enroll again is 750 in sales volume, not dollars, in volume. And it can come from anything. It could be all Pro Tandem customers, but one of those enrollments that get you that 750 total has to be a consultant. Okay. So if you do have someone that comes in on a business pack, you have earned an enrollment track. That's one track right there. And then the other one is retain. And that again is retaining, it's increasing your subscription volume. You had a median subscription volume that if you're not sure what it is, ask me and I can find out what that is for you. And if you go 500 above that in a month, you get a retain track. And once you go 500 above it, now you have a new median level, right? And now if you go above that again by 500, you earn another retain track. And then the last one is advance. It's personally advancing to SC1 or helping someone on your team advance to SC1. So that's another way to get a track. So remember those because they're not going to go away anytime soon. There's also a new cadence. We've talked about when a new consultant enrolls, the visualization that they'll see on your screen. You can simply go to your website at the bottom and click on enroll and you'll see the process. But it's really simple now for them. But once someone enrolls, there'll be 7 days of emails and notifications that they're going to get from the company. And the really important thing with this is reminding them how to get started, but also that they have those customer coupon codes that are good for the first 7 days after they enroll. 10% off for their first 3 customers, and it reminds them about those. So this is kind of what that cadence looks like and the communication that they're going to get once they come in. And again, this is triggered upon their enrollment. So I think it's great that they're not only going to get communication from us, but that the company's helping us on their end for them to get communication as well. Okay, so when we talk about moving forward with how to set the stage for us for October, it's all I want. I just want to help you guys lay the biggest foundation ever. And I'm telling you, in the meantime, like, I don't care what happens. I just want you putting in the work that gives you that foundation so that when it happens, people know they should come to you. That's my heart for you, is that people know that you're a part of this. When they hear this, when they see the company, they know you're a part of it and they come to you. So a big part of that is the DMO, your daily method of operation. And this is just something from Bob Heilig, and it's just in your DMO, right? They talk about reaching out to people or commenting on people's posts. And a general comment. Thanks so much for your support on my post today. So if someone comments on one of your posts, we all know that what you need to be doing is thanking for them, engaging with the people that have commented on your posts. Because the more you interact with people, whether through Facebook or Instagram, but especially through Facebook, the more they're going to continue to see your stuff and the more you're going to see their stuff, right? Or even if you're not on Facebook a lot or you're not on social media a lot, if someone comments on one of your posts and you want to just take it offline and start a text with them, thanks so much for your comment today. It's been forever since I've heard from you. How are things going, right? And just start a conversation. It's a great way to get conversations going again without the intention of hunting or farming. You're just really, truly bringing engagement together, right? And especially if even in their stories, if they've seen your story and you can see their name in it, it is okay to reach out to them. Like if I'm looking at my stories and I look at who's seen it and I see Vicky, I can click on Vicky's name and it'll take me right to her messenger. Like it opens up her messenger. And I can send her a message right away and say, oh my gosh, I saw your picture, your cute little picture and your name that you were looking at my story today. It's been forever. It was so fun to see your name in the drop down. How are you? And just start a conversation again. Those are the warmest leads that you could possibly get because you know that you know they're watching your stuff, right? So really take the time on a daily basis. You could put 30 to 45 minutes aside just to simply engage with people that are looking at your stories or commenting on your posts, right? Okay, and then just some invites that I wanted to go over again, because I don't think we can get enough of these, because I think we get in our head about this. But I thought of you because, right? No invite should ever be sent unless it includes a reason that you're thinking of them, right? Just think of the reason that you're reaching out to them. I thought of you because, are you open? Are you open is simple, it's non-threatening, it's easy to say. And then another great one is if you have showed them the information, right? We've taken them through ITT. They were open, they saw a tool, but they're just not interested yet. I want it to become common practice and a discipline for you that if they say no, no, not now, you simply say, no worries. If you ever want to take a look at free information, I'm here. Or no worries. Can I reach out to you time to time if information comes up that I think you'll like? That's the most important one. No worries. Can I reach out from time to time if information comes up that I think you will like? Screenshot it, whatever you need to do, but make it a discipline that if you get a no, that's what you say to them, right? You don't just simply say, okay, we're not trying to convince people either, right? We do not want to convince them. But again, back to the Monday morning call, Marcy Preble was on there and she talked about the fact that over and over and over again, she said no to Sharice Matthews and the other, whoever, I can't forget his name, but she continually said no. But because they kept following up, she finally said yes. And now she's one of the top leaders in the company. So when we think about, and this all came up to the most recent podcast by Bob Heilig, he's talking about the influencer generation and how companies will get an influencer that comes in and they have all these people that follow them in and get all excited and go crazy and enroll a bunch of people, and how it can be really deflating and defeating to other people that are in the company. And he said it's great when somebody comes in and can enroll a ton of people. But he's like, I was just at a conference actually doing a talk, and all everybody talked about was that person. They weren't even talking about themselves or what they were doing. They got so caught up in the nuance and the glory of the new person that they forgot that they were a part of that same business. So when it comes to you laying a foundation, you attracting the people that you want to have in your business, or when it comes to you and who you choose to do business with, what does it come down to? It comes down to trust. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And right now, I want you to make it about telling people that you are with LifeVantage, and would you please keep me at the forefront of your mind when someone is looking for better health or money options. I want you to go through your Facebook friends list and make sure you tell every single person on your list. And you know what? That may mean you come across some people that maybe once upon a time say, oh yeah, so-and-so talked to me about that a long time ago. Oh, they did? Well, that's great. Do business with who you know, like, and trust. And if that's me, I would love for me to be the person that you come to if you ever know someone that is in need of better health or need of better money or more money. You're the one that they go to. So there's a lot happening with the company right now, like I said, and we have that 2-minute video. Do you remember that 2-minute video I shared with you last week, right on the front page? You simply go to your site. Shut everything down. It's right on the front page. It is 2 minutes and 2 seconds long. Of course, it can't be opened. 2 minutes and 2 seconds long. I want you to go to that page, click on the video, and it brings up the page with the video on it, okay? You don't have to send the video directly. Just send and copy the URL with the video on the page. I want you to ask the people on your Facebook friends list. If I shared it, a lot of things are happening with my company right now. A lot of things are happening with my company. I'm getting really excited, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows what I do, so that if they know somebody that has health issues or is looking for more money, that they think of me. If I sent you a 2-minute video, would you watch it? And if they ask why, if you haven't said it yet, just say, because I want you to think of me as your referral source when someone is looking for better health or money options. I want you to think of me. So I'm going to do one while I have you on the phone. And I thought of her because her birthday happened not long ago. And thank goodness for birthdays, right? I sometimes don't always see them on the day, which calls me out with the DMO. But when I do it, then I'll go back, right? And sometimes that's even better because when you go back, then you're not in with the masses and they tend to see your video outside of everyone else's. So I met her through a networking group. I had a coffee date with her. I don't know her super well, but I know her well enough. And when she had her birthday, I asked her after she said, "Thank you for saying happy birthday." I'm like, "Tell me what you did. How are things going? Are you still in the polka dot group?" And she said to me, "No, we moved back to California." And I'm like, "Oh, I hope that you're happy with that and things are okay." And she's like, "Yes and no." And I just said, "Well, I hope you find you're happy and that it all works out." And she said, "Faith." And I said, "Amen. Where would we be without it?" So I'm going to ask her right now if I share a 2-minute video with her, would she watch it? Okay. She's an acquaintance, honestly. Hello, Jackie. It's Tanya Sheldon. I wanted to get back to you, and I'm so happy that I saw that it was your birthday so that I could just be in touch with you again and be reminded of who you were and your beautiful self. I loved having coffee with you and being able to meet you when you were up here. And I hope things are going good for you, again, like I said. But I wanted to ask a favor of you. I have a lot of exciting things happening with my business right now. And I just really want to be the person that people think of when they have someone in their life that maybe is having health issues or maybe even be looking for some options to make extra money. So, would you do me a favor? And if I sent you a 2-minute video, would you take a look at that? I simply want you to see it so that you have an idea of what I do so that I could possibly be a referral source in your life. Let me know. 2-minute video, really easy. Let me know if that works for you and if you're open. That wasn't great, wasn't perfect, but I sent it, right? It is what it is. This that's what I intend to do over and over and over because I don't want to miss out when this happens. Because like I said again last week, the vision for my life and what I want is clearer than ever. Like I just want things for my girls, for them as they grow older. I want Kyle and I to have options. I want to be able to help my parents as they get older. My sister, her health isn't great. Like I want options and I don't have enough of them in my life. And I am so grateful that we work for a company that is ready to take us to another atmosphere and another category that we've not been in yet that could change the face of it, right? I don't want you to miss out either. So leverage this 2-minute video. How many people can you show this 2-minute video to? And then on top of that, I know this is not comfortable for you, okay? But listen, and I'll show you who I looked at. But how do we build trust and likability? How do we build trust so that when we reach out and we ask someone to watch a 2-minute video and we ask them to think of us, and now we are more in their presence, they're seeing us more. How do we build that likability factor? And how do we keep trust at the forefront so that they truly will think of us or come to us for themselves? We do it by sharing about ourselves. You guys, we don't do it by sharing science. We don't do it by sharing facts and figures. We just don't. We do it by bringing them in. We bring them in love and the you and your husband and you and your garden and you and your dog and you loving the heat, whatever it is, like you being retired, you being a grandma, there's just you cooking. What are your favorite foods? What's your favorite cocktail, right? For the summer, there's in your everyday life that you think is mundane and boring, there are so many beautiful things that you can share with other people. And the greatest example I know of this is Kim Kabensky. Kim Kabensky is killing it with her customer base. She's killing it with her customer base. Here is her, if you want to write it down or take a picture of this, this is how you find her on Facebook. Facts and figures. She shares her story, but she shares stuff that she's doing with her family all the time. And she throws in inspiration. And she's doing so well because people trust her. So I really want you to think about, again, share about your family, inspiration. What are you learning? What are you reading? Your kids, your hobbies, cooking, and share the stories of people whose lives are changing for your stories. If lately, if I keep me and my family and fun locked into my posts, and then in my stories, I drip in videos of me using the product or stories of people using the product, I'm getting more people reaching out to me through that than anything else. My newest customer ordered both of the Axios through my stories. Now she wants a collagen because I shared a story of somebody's joints not hurting through my stories. That kind of stuff is not for your posts because that people read that as they're selling, but they're okay with seeing it in their stories. And I can't explain the psychology to you. It's just how it is. It's just how people are. So keep the post personal and keep the stories with now and again.
I think we lost her.
Yeah, I think we lost you, Tanya.
Yep.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, there she is. And now she's on mute.
Oh, you guys, that's so frustrating just before. Okay, anyway, gotta fix the Wi-Fi. I don't know where I left off. I don't know what you last heard. Someone tell me. Was it
you
when
were
I
you were talking about the success you've been getting by, including your family,
Okay. Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes. Okay. Um, okay, yeah, I gotta my train of thought here. Okay, the last thing I just want to say before this is if you feel stunted in this or you are not sure where to start, or you know that you have to put yourself out there a little bit more, or you feel stuck in your stories, would you please reach out to me? I would be more than happy to sit with you on Zoom and help you create posts. Because me looking from the outside in to help you create ideas for posts, I know it's not going to be hard for me. But I know it's harder for us because we get stuck in our head. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And the other thing is, when you feel stuck, please just use some of mine, use some of Kim's. You find somebody that you resonate with on Facebook. And I've never had anyone say, no, you can't use my post. And the other thing I want to say too is do not share posts. Don't click the share button. Don't share anything. if you love something that you want to share it to your stories. But if you're going to share a post, copy the picture or copy the saying and then paste the saying onto your Facebook page and bring a new picture in. But make it look like your post. Don't share somebody else's. We want them to get to know you, not you through somebody else. Does that make sense? Don't share information. If you're going to share information, share it to your stories, but make your post about your thinking about them and bringing them in. Yes, Laura?
So I thought that when you shared a post from someone else, though, that it kind of brought their friends into your post. Is that true or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it would bring theirs into yours. It's only going to if you, I think, tag them as you do it. You know what I mean? Like if someone shares a post of mine, I get a notification that it's shared, but unless I'm tagged, if I'm tagged, it can bring other people in.
Okay.
But be mindful of that too, right? Like if you're going to share one, then tag that person. But I don't know if it brings their people in. I think it's more about, well, because if I tag like my parents when I make a post, their friends see it. So yes, if you
Okay,
tag
so
someone,
that's what I'm thinking.
yeah. Sharing will not, but tagging them, that will bring in their audience. That makes sense? And I didn't see the comments from before either, before this shut down. So if there was another question or a comment, please let me know. So again, if you need help with that, tell me. Okay, and then what I want to gift to you guys tonight for showing up, because those of you that are on here are so consistent, and I'm so grateful for that. Because we don't have a lot of consistent people that plug into this. But it is what it is, right? I am not attached to that anymore. It is what it is. But for those of you that are on here, my ITT challenge, I think, was kind of a fail. I don't know if it was the reward or what it was, but I haven't had a lot of people reaching out. So that's okay. You know, you live and you learn. But those of you that are on here tonight, most definitely, I want to gift to you that I want you to be on Daniel's Zoom when he's here. It's just as a gift and a thank you for you showing up consistently. You deserve it. And I want you to have questions for him. I don't want this personal Zoom with him. And I want you to know he's taking this so seriously. He's taking it very seriously. And it's not about putting him on a pedestal because he became an EC2 in, less than a month. This is about someone coming in that has fresh eyes on our company and our products and sees us in a way that we probably have forgotten to see ourselves. And Daniel knows what is coming, I guarantee. He knows where he came from. He knows what he has his hands on. He's building a global business and he's got his blinders on. The dude doesn't even know what ITT is, right? So this Zoom will happen Thursday, the 27th at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, 7:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific. Thursday, the 27th. 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central. Dean, Laura, Sheila. Oh no, Laura. Liddell, Vicky. I'll make sure that I get it recorded, Laura. And if you have any questions for him, let me know, and then I can ask those of him as well. Okay. Does all of it make sense? Do you guys want to be a part of what's coming? I know you do. You all deserve it. Gosh dang it, you deserve it. Right? Okay, so as we end tonight, I just want to share with you, this is kind of the prayer that I want to share with you, and it's from, it's called She Works His Way, and they have a podcast, and they also are on Instagram, but she talks about, yes, absolutely, you guys, you're so welcome. She talks about having a relaxed posture rather than a posture that is tight and anxious. And like, I feel like anxiety got me out of bed this morning, and I was not okay with that. Like, I wasn't relaxed when I got out of bed. I do that a lot on Mondays, and I don't like that. But she talks about having a relaxed, trusted posture, a posture that shows surrender instead of incessant striving and exhaustion. And this doesn't mean that it's a lazy person, but it's a reminder that what you can give to others and what we can pour out to others is dependent on what we receive from the Lord first. And if we feel like we have an empty cup, or we feel like we're not able to give because we're exhausted and we're striving and we feel like nothing is in us, then it means we need to be spending more time with the Lord, whether it's on our knees or asking for him to pour into us. It's asking and surrendering so that we can fill our cup through him, so that we can be all that we're meant to be, to serve and do what we're meant to do through this business and through our life and for our family. And she also talks about shortening our approval list. She said, your approval list should be very, very short. And especially in this business, I should not be on your approval list. The post should not be on your approval list. Your family comes in second, but your approval is only from God, right? That's the only person we should seek to approve, is him first. It's seeking to approve him. It's the only approval we need. And I believe if you focus on this, you will work more than you would for someone else's approval. Let how God sees you be the only approval you need. Let how God sees you be the only approval you need. Like this relaxed, oh, it's all I need is him. And if I just think about his approval and I surrender everything else, like there's no need for me to go out worried about what I'm going to say, or worried about who I'm going to talk to, or worried about what they think of me, or whether they're going to say yes or no. None of it matters. None of it matters. But you know what's super cool? We were given this gift of LifeVantage. We were given this gift, and millions of people still don't know that it exists. So let's make sure that you just go to your, yes, the call time again it's 7:30 Central, Jean, 7:30 Central. Yes, okay, so that is it, you guys. I'm so excited for what's to come. Please get registered for July. Make sure that you have that as something that you make sure you do in the morning, because you're going to want to have that information, and start going through your Facebook list. Start going back through your phone book. Would you watch a movie, or would you watch a 2-minute video for me if I asked you to? Why? Because I want to be the referral source that you come to if somebody has health issues or is looking to make more money. That's it. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Over and over and over and over again. And it's a roundabout approach, because you're going to have some people who are like, well, I'm interested. It just by default is going to happen. Okay? Deal? Deal. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Have a wonderful night. And I'm here if you need me to help with like social media stuff. Okay? Okay. Good night.